Due to COVID-19, many pregnant women are now looking into home births, which I don't blame them. I think if I was in this situation, I would never, ever want to give birth at a hospital right now. I don't blame them. I think this will be a really good time for people that are midwives. Um, my great grandmother and another woman were midwives. In fact, they were the only two midwives down in Irwin County, Georgia. And a lot of the elderly people down there today, my great grandmother brought them into the world. So, we did have midwives in my family, and I can imagine this is probably going to be a very, very good time for midwives. So this came out in the Canton Rep May 10th, 2020. Many pregnant women are reaching out to midwives in light of COVID-19 pandemic. For some, it's a fear of possibly being exposed to the virus in a hospital. For others, it's a fear of being separated from their newborn if either the mother or child is ill. And for some, it's the fact that if they are in labor, it is just too much of a risk going to a hospital, and people don't want to bring COVID-19 back to their home after giving birth. Okay, so it's not surprising that people are trying to be on the side of caution and give birth at home. Now, a home birth in many cases would be done without painkillers versus, you can get the epidural at the hospital. But it looks like more and more women that qualify for a home birth, and of course, in some cases the doctor will have to approve it, and as long as it's a low risk pregnancy, more than likely they'll be able to have their babies at home. Because remember, you don't have access to a lot of things that you would normally have if you were in the hospital. So there is no operating room there. For most people, birth is safe, but people, in certain situations may need to go to a hospital, of course, if there's certain complications. You know, um, Many doctors are saying they do understand why women are now inquiring about home births in light of the pandemic. But, of course, some don't see the fear as serious and think women should continue to come to the hospital to give birth. I don't agree with that, but I'm not pregnant. Um, we are not anywhere near the number of patients that we are seeing in New York City. So they're saying in the case of Ohio, they have less cases than a place like New York, and feel that women there should not fear having their babies up at the hospital. Okay, in one of the final weeks in April, Ohio Health had 65 confirmed coronavirus cases in all 12 of its hospitals. He said all of those patients were isolated in designated wards of the hospital with no staff overlapping between maternity and COVID-19 patients. Hospitals are probably safer now even than they were before the outbreak. This is a doctor talking. Okay. Despite them saying that, I know there's a lot of people still not comfortable. Okay, my advice to pregnant women is to have an honest and frank discussion with their obstetrician if they're considering having a home birth. They are a bit unpredictable, a bit away from help. He said, I think the fears people are having that are steering them to a home birth are fears that are unfounded. That's what this doctor is saying. For Atkins, the presence of her doula was important that she began to consider home birth. She thinks it will be the right thing for her because she had a natural birth before. And in the past, the worst part of labor and delivery was her leaving her home and going to the hospital. Okay. Part of that is anticipating women's needs during labor and delivery and also helping her move into a more comfortable position to facilitate more natural and easy birthing, she said, in order to deal with all the requests. Um, okay, so I guess these midwives, the ones that are known, are being inundated with a lot of requests for home birth. Midwives can only take on so many births a month as they don't know when the baby will come and they must be present for all births. Kay's first responsibility is to the clients she's working with throughout the whole pregnancy, and she has to make sure she can be there for them before taking new clients. We understand this is a trying time for everyone, Kay said. We're all trying to accommodate as many people as we can. Yeah, I bet midwives are getting phone calls off. Those phones are probably going off the hook now. There are so many people, you don't even have to be pregnant to not even want to go visit a hospital these days. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.